Welcome to Star Citizens. So today we are taking a look at the Drake Buccaneer and a simple review on this little bad boy. So what's special about this ship? In short, it's a light fighter and it's really fast for what it is. It is really hard to compare to other ships because it relies on having high speed and hard-hitting weapons. Significantly important being of course the size 4 it can have on top. I'm not really sure if it's fair to the Buccaneer or even fair to the Gladius or Arrow to compare the ship to them. So instead we're taking a F-7C Hornet, because that is a medium fighter that boasts somewhat a bit more similar characteristics than these light fighters. Okay, significantly the Buccaneer will not be as durable as the Hornet. It does not have as much health. It does have smaller dimensions, is a smaller target, is faster, has roughly equal amount of maneuverability, and pretty much the same travel distance. But in comparison of the firepower, well, it's hard to say, because Hornet can actually be kitted out really well with the amount of size 3s if you add the proper modifications. The Buccaneer will always have that beautiful size 4, which can either be your laser repeater or preferably even a cannon, because size 4 is that little special bracket that hits hard and has some special little fun choices. So here's the stock loadout. Half the equipment is military. I like that the quantum drive is civilian grade, although I would love it if it was grade A. And it's got 2 size 1 shields, which are sadly as well civilian, but the rest is military grade equipment, so you don't really need to swap them out, because the power plant is A and the coolers are Bs. The weapons, as usual, I would swap to lasers or any kind of energy weapons, but the size 4 is questionable, as you might want to put a cannon on top instead of having a laser repeater. It's all about the preference, but still, the loadout is quite formidable even when it comes out with whatever you see here. Personally, as I did, I of course swapped out the components for military grade A, I did not touch the rockets on my self setup, and I put laser repeaters all around the ship. In short, I made it into a decent loadout if you're gonna go after several bounties in a row. Because it's got such heavy weapons and such a pretty nifty loadout, you can actually go after heavier targets and, well, put them down faster than with most other light fighters. It does have 2 strengths and they are quite obvious. Of course, it's the speed and the firepower. Theoretically, it could be an ideal ship for jousting, seeing how much you can actually lay in. But then again, you need to note, once you need to start maneuvering, you might want to keep your distance. So going further and maneuvering then might be better. The ship itself doesn't really have anything outside. It has a nice little tripod it has landed upon, it has these big nice looking thrusters, but there's nothing else outside like we would have with Gladius. When you look at this ship, you already know it has a big great brother, the Drake Cutlass Black. They are both vaguely similar, of course both being Drake ships, you can see some of the similarities, it's just not in the color. Cockpit has some slight similarities, it's got big thrusters roughly in the same location. As it is not the same as Drake Cutlass Black, it sure as heck feels like it's a Drake ship. For a while it was one of the main ships I was using as a light fighter, as a really fast ship and a ship with quite a bit of firepower. Well, what's not to like about this ship? It packs a pretty strong punch. And I still think it is one of the ships that everyone should try, just to get a little bit different taste of light fighter combat from different perspective, like having more firepower, less maneuverability, but higher speeds, while also being quite durable as a light fighter. One of the few ships I would truly recommend if you like light fighters, as it is not the one you want to use for dogfighting, perhaps not for PvP, well, perhaps not yet at least. It is a fast one, and if you want to be on the run, if you want to fight back, you have options with this ship, just saying. Anyway, thanks for watching.